enough. If you need for do fast track procurement, but let we get a system, let we get a process. From waiting me the year, we don't know the one puts together. So then $150 million. Just think about a neighbor. 150 million, person can just is spent. Nobody know the check. You know, right. So my intention really was for raise debates, and at that now we responsibility as MP. We for able dialogue. If we know the guest session again in Parliament regularly, and now we don't adjourn sign it down, we forget a forum where they get open debate. Now that's what they do. Now digital system there. So that kind of there not the opportunity for let we exchange as MP say, hey, wait a minute, this thing don't come. But okay, somebody don't send a house, fine, that is okay for now. But the point is, my intention was not meant to be negative. It was to help this government.
All right, so Honorable Kande Koleyom Kela, as a parliament where you don't get this concern, so now don't try for no force from the office of the AG where information they send that these documents leak from, for know how authentic it be before you they get then can get concern towards some.
Well, make I tell you something. I don't approach government. Okay, you know, say being a careful, responsible person. I don't approach government yesterday. So I go left and they no more. I know say necessary action will be taken. Again, the intention very clear. Constructive opposition means say we also want to help this country. Let we not make mistakes. Some mistake that we make, it get long-term institutional implications. Somebody who come back in 20 years. Another emergency is the same law I want. No, we don't want to get bad precedent. So at this very stage, not before even in the media, and because somebody don't make the thing don't go viral yesterday, and that make it in the media. The intention was, and at that be we intention from the 24th of March, work with government for let we put in place the right regulation. This kind which we can call now policy making, cafeteria style, buffet style policy making, is wrong. We need a holistic approach. Let we sit down, we draft the right regulations so that for posterity, any other government can then go back. And let's tell you, some other colleagues then don't call me from yesterday. They refer me back to the audit report of the last Ebola, where then audits waiting happened from about May 2014 to October 2014. Now after that, they formed the NAC, the National Ebola Response Center. Then be even appointed waiting and call a fiduciary agent when a BDO, an accounting firm, for certified procurement, for verify. They even develop a plan for. So every expenditure is based on a plan. They appoint a fiduciary agent. What am I saying? We even advise the AG not try for innovation.
So at this stage, Honorable Kande Koleyom Kela, waiting you they advise the office of the AG for do if these documents happen for be true, for say they won't forget regulation where we don't have state of emergency, so for let people they procure them not go through the procurement process and self not take into consideration Financial Management Act. Waiting you to advise the office of the AG for do at this stage if these documents not true, say they don't get put together.
They advise the AG stay like any responsible individual, any responsible leader. Let's say, oops, somebody don't see something where we not been see, he pull them back. He go back to the drawing board, he consult audit office, say how we go put safeguards, he consult Ministry of Finance, he even consult the opposition. Then he consult them one we be manage the NERC. I know they talk about the fourth Ebola, they talk about the NERC sector. Say how wanna been do this? How wanna be make sure say when emergency come, wanna need medicine quick, wanna use the procurement rules for do emergency purchase. Let it not try for innovate, and in the process of innovating it create problem. Even law then get precedent. When they do conveyance, for example, you know they go start from zero. You they take an existing conveyance, you modify. Even when we've been in a multilateral system, we get standard documents for let you not deviate too much. All I'm saying to the Attorney General and colleague MPs, let us do this right. Let us consult properly. Then let it give you a holistic package of regulations. We don't adjourn now. This is now the second term after 6 weeks. For giving quality time, say, give us a package of regulations. If you they argue, say you get 90 days, you don't need for certain regulations in the parliament. Come on, you've just contradicted yourself. Why the heck are you sending these single pages to us? Come with a comprehensive package, work with us. We all care about Salone. And we know one government mistake, like you one last example. Last week we been go state out on a major issue. All the leadership of parliament. It was impressive to see that within 10 minutes of dialoguing with Mr. President and the VP, they solved the problem within 5 minutes. So opposition, they're not just there for oppose. We there for help governance and tranquility in the country. Why would the AG's office refuse? They say you don't need for care regulations till after 90 days. So why are you taking these ones to us?
All right, many thanks to you, Honorable Dr. Kande Koleyom Kela. Well, now the head of the NGC party in Parliament, and it be the raise concern for one document where he say he see yesterday na social media. We probably go down leak from the AG office. We the entitle the document Constitutional Instrument number 26, the Coronavirus Disease Emergency Fund Regulations 2020, where according to them in concern where it gets now where this particular document when a regulation they give authority for let people use the coronavirus fund them without they not go through procurement process or they not follow the financial procedure them where the country gets and self not go parliament for approval but go use money when a government money. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. We can look at one power headline stories then, but before that we go quickly in our studio 2 and take this short message and come back for continue the program Good Morning Salone.
Because in confusion.
But this confuse me, boo. Look, all the block there, all don't scatter. It like say some kind of magic there behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na online shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Salone gets in first corona case March 31, 2020. And from that time to now, plenty people don't get this sick. But plenty people same way so done well from the sick. After we then carry them go to treatment center and take good care of them. But the sick still in the country.
Plenty people get message them where they can talk. And some of them message they are not even be true. Now that make Radio Democracy with support from Usiwa, they bring to you special Corona update program. Usai go to get accurate information about the coronavirus na the country.
This program going to be every Wednesday, 12 to 1 o'clock afternoon.
And Master Sabi people from the well body sector and other people themselves go there for tell you body sick.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. I continue for look at more issue. As Monday, May 18 this year, now across checkpoints, Newton, the Salone police being arrest 12 people inside one mango truck. Usai them be try for escape can inside town. According to the regional commander Freeton East, AIG Edward Samadia, say them prepare the na police are now.
And urban combined, a demarcation for Poloko district, because we get boundary with Poloko district, and at the boundary, that the checkpoint down to where they demarcate the boundary between western area, rural and urban. So we did it primarily for enforce the inter-district lockdown.
Okay. Now this being rumor don't they go around say people waking out with essential goods them at times can put people back of the goods them. We mean say that the smuggle people for kind side. Now in this way, how the police don't ensure say people where they do their havoc there, tapo they do their havoc there.
Initially we'll start several complaints, then they come complain against the police officer, receiving bribe, for let people them pass. Then equally so, the people themselves, they not the yield to the restriction for stay na either side, the western area part and also the local aspect. So then the fair way for sneak, you know, all the loopholes them, where the bypasses them, where they use for pass, for sneak, for Kana a western area or for Bona for local district. We and we military counterparts, we don't see the loopholes them, we don't block them from all flank. Until this point, we don't arrest several people them. We don't arrest bike where they do the trafficking. Kekes, they all day now custody. The bikes then they now custody. And we keep engaging the press for let people they are aware, let them listen and let them stop coronavirus a real Monday, the 18th of May. Now the crossing checkpoint, we arrest a big truck, a full of blights, mango blights them inside this big truck. When we check the truck, we search 18 people them. Now the door under them blind and they you can't imagine 18. Now look, we get it, we bring the all the 18 people them, the mango blind, the vehicle itself, they all pack the Ross Road there. So why people there for go and slave themselves? Just in the name of moving, going and beating the system of this restriction and the regulation we them put. And this is a warning to several other vehicle people them that will not take mess with the arrest whosoever. And equally so, we they warn the policeman them. The police severally will warn them, will explain to them, because this is about fighting this pandemic disease for let it cross them.
All right. So in this case, if I find out say any police officer they in that habit like for the take small money from people and for let them cross, what think will be the penalty of them police officer?
I think we let them compromise that. You know, I think disciplinary action will be fall on any policeman where they catch you. We will get the evidence. You know, say he received bribe for allow people to cross, for allow passenger vehicle loaded with passenger to cross. If I will proactively, now the Freetown East region will monitor the dance street park, let's start out from there.
That na the Police Regional Commander Freetown East AIG Edward Samadia been talk to Usman Kamara inside the interview there. Usai they confirm say police don't arrest 12 people way then catch inside truck they escape for Kansas Freetown as against the inter-district lockdown. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
Alright, so they look at other issue inside the program now. Also, firstly, want to apologize as yesterday now we Good Morning Salone edition of the program. One part we presented them being get some missed information where we been give. Usai Harold Thomas, when the health education program manager at the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, been say the reason we make Salone they get the highest die case past all the other countries in the Mano River Union are because according to them, it say the country they do proper testing. Now that make them the proof say Salone they get the highest number of deaths them. Well, Harold Thomas been talk more to Waniga Oja about this. As now this not the exact thing way Harold Thomas been say for sake of the reason we make they don't fair not say Salone they get the highest number of die cases than past other Mano River Union country them.
A good number of people when they die of COVID then get underlying health problems. Like some then go get diabetes, some go get hypertension, some then go get liver problem, then go get kidney problem, some then can get other problems related to like HIV or TB or any other problem.
So basically una can do autopsy for know whether na the COVID kill them or na the other related sick them kill them.
Well now we not do autopsy because autopsy is an invasive procedure and this na COVID. But the only thing we know say na because of COVID, na because of the test where we do, the laboratory test where we do. Guinea and Liberia within the Mano River Basin and even the Ivory Coast. But we, people that can say we own cases them or we deaths them higher because we know they compare, you know when they compare data, it will be the same data set, the same variable them they use and the same tools they use and how they define on our cases. For Sierra Leone, anybody will test positive for COVID. We after we don't prove say positive, not just one test, when they do other confirmatory tests, we say positive with the record them. Anybody who die of COVID, will get we positive for COVID if you die, irrespective of the other conditions that you get, will they be honest enough for saying COVID. But other countries, for instance, Liberia, they don't record 226 cases. But if you go 2 weeks back, 1 week back, 3 weeks back, or 1 month back, you will find out say the number between that 226 days it not change much. Meaning that they don't adopt a system where they do what we call probable cases and suspected cases. Anybody who shows signs and symptoms, then go admit them. The only time when they test, now the time where they want for discharge the patients. But we now they use that system. We will test somebody where positive, we add them to the number and I make we say cumulative. So you're not going to compare that system there with we. And other countries them also, when person die, if you get COVID, don't even get HIV, or even get TB, or even get hypertension, or even get diabetes. Now that one day then they put as cause of death, so you know they record under them. But honestly, for where we start, all the numbers of cases, the number of deaths there we don't get. Now about less than 10, now we get now the treatment facility. Some other side and where you not to treatment facility, they're not the recorder. But we honest for do that because at the end of COVID, we get for user information and then for future planning and for make sure say we go able for improve things.
So how to it be say people na Shankadas the test positive for the coronavirus?
Well, according to the reports where they get, we know they get personal identifiers now we report. We in a number of cases that we deal with, so also you come out or your address, that one day we know they get the information and we will tell you the location, whether in a western area or Putloko district or Cambia district. But we know they know specific.
That area they already they on quarantine. The whole of that community they under quarantine as we talk.
Yes, now a procedure. Anybody, whether in a company or a host or any institution, as long as you related to that case in a primary contact, then they get for quarantine.
So that means
that
people then they will be test positive.
If people and they will test positive, then primary contact definitely then go there under quarantine. This is a general principle.
Alright, well, that's the Health Education Manager at the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Harold Thomas. Well, we still apologize to you, Harold Thomas, as Radio Democracy take responsibility. For one part, we headlined there yesterday, we been get some thing that we not been go down well because we been put now we headline say the reason we make the country they get the highest cases of deaths for the coronavirus now because we know they do proper testing. But you correct and at the interview as the right thing where you been say now that's this they happen because Salone gets the proper thing them for do the testing. Apologies to you once more, Harold Thomas. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
And inside the studio we still get Frank Martin, manager for metrology department na Salone Standards Bureau. They talk about the World Metrology Day we na May 20 and how they going use this day for achieve standard. They don't they talk about plenty issues them for sake standards and measurements na Salone. We look at this day celebration. How would they use the day for achieve standards?
Well, one of the ways them na the public education what we depend right now. You see, for make we go able let people aware, because if people not aware of what we do, definitely they not go, understand exactly what they go on. So we main aim for this day now for bring to the people exactly what the standards on measurement and all the other issues that we related to concern. I want to make quickly say this that the metric system as will be introduced in 2012, as the minister stated clearly inside in speech, we don't achieve great issues inside it. Like right now, even rest we the buyer, the wholesale rest inside the bag, it is in kilo. So that one day now one of the aspects and we already done register, and also some of the issues that we actually we concern about, even concerning the COPS them. Now that we want to let people properly capture the vision, the direction where we take, let them be aware of them. the awareness raising and the education of the people. Now, one of the things that they were so much concerned about. Now, that actually, they bring the delays even in the launching of the thing, because we know we people them, we know how they perceive things, and we know we want to be sure say they're comfortable with everything before we embark upon it.
So let me look at the issue we get for do with the scale them where you talk earlier again, say we they see now then they use scales them now different markets them. Now who that they verify the type of scale them where them people here they use for ensure say now the correct standard then they use currently.
Now we now the metrology department, our responsibility.
So now the correct one they
yes,
out so.
Exactly. Even when we call on people, business people for let them come in, we know they just allow them for let them buy the scale directly as a brand can they go begin sell and give the people. No. That the brand can first to we for let we certify them before then they send them out to the people in the market for use.
So earlier you mentioned about the challenge them we don't delay the implementation of the system, the metric system. How far una don't go for overcome them challenges and ensure say una achieve what you una plan for do?
Well, one of the challenges is public education. That one the thing that we wholly and solely pay attention to how the people and they perceive, because we need to educate them, as I mentioned earlier. And that one day we don't do on several occasions, as I've been mentioned earlier. We don't go to the various district headquarter towns them. We don't get sensitization programs them with them. We don't also get, and we not only do them as Standards Bureau, we involve the petty traders, the people then we actually involve in the use of the thing. Some of the times, when we do the education, we call them and then they go educate the young people them. So like we call them to we train them, we teach them how things for happen, and then go back to the young people and for let them go teach them.
Okay, in name na Frank Martin, manager na the Metrology Department na Salone Standards Bureau. The program you listen to na Good Morning Salone, and you've been able to send a text messaging on the number 0779811981 and on we Facebook page. Mabel.
The very first message we'll look at this morning, this person they ask say during this time of the fight against the coronavirus, is the Metrology Department monitoring the market to ensure that standards is maintained?
This one say I am in support of Parliament laws because there are a lot of unqualified people out there, and this law will increase our literacy rate and will reduce fake news.
This other text they ask say how realistic will it be for fabric sellers to start selling their fabrics in meters instead of yards?
This one say how can someone withdraw money without going through procurement process and Parliament approval, or salon corruption to its highest level?
This other text they ask say when was the metric system implemented in the petroleum sector?
This one say Parliament has the right to entirely withdraw the press gallery because they are all strangers by law. All over the world, Parliament should have the best reporters and professionals to report on its proceedings.
Alright, so to look at more messages when I don't send to the official number 077-981-981 and say if you read and send message now the Radio Democracy Facebook page. This other message we Khalilu from King Tom they send, they ask say is there any emergency line to call and make reports in case I notice under standard measurements from the market?
This one say how firm, this now from Dawood Al Islam on Facebook, say how firm KKY will stand by his words when we expected him to be convinced to the extent of even talking to his colleague MPs with different explanation to convince them, as he did to the state of emergency that put us into this mess.
This other message asks what difference has the metric system made in the petroleum sector since its introduction?
Okay, this one say the media should be censored by Parliament. Then there are regulatory bodies that should regulate the media, not the Parliament.
This other message will be my own final one for this time. The person say, good morning, Mr. Martin, do your office welcome volunteers who are keen to train and advance in meteorological sector?
Okay, from the text message here, we can to Mr. Martins for can respond to the messages then.
Yes, thank you very much. Somebody talk about this how we be able to monitor the markets during this time, of this COVID-19. Well, actually, the duties of the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau is very extensive. And if you listen to the minister in statement, he rhyme the theme for this year, with our measurements for global trade, and he relate them also to the COVID-19. You find out, say, we're not going able for, move away from the emerging issues then right now. You see, like one of the area where the Standards Bureau don't even pay attention to now, this face mask where they use. We find out, say, some face mask and they tight, some they they even cover the people and face properly. Now the Standards Bureau don't link up because we know they work in isolation within the West African region, and so a standard already don't come out where they define the dimensions then, of the face mask. So I could just only say the one that way they sew them face mask here, so locally we they encourage them, we know they stop them, but we want for make una do them properly. So please let them come over in our Standards Bureau and ask for the standards department, then we're able to educate them properly and give them the drawings them, how the dimensions of the various face masks can them be. Then also somebody talk about the fabric sellers, then how we're able for get them done. In the minister in speech, a state say we don't already get about 2,000 meter rules them, ruler them. We don't get 2,000 of them. They're already in our store, and we get the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau logo. So the time we do the launching, we go make them available to the fabric sellers then for make them able for do them business properly. So they're not going to sell in yards again, but in meter. This person they ask whose time they introduced the metric system. Well, we introduced some in the petroleum sector in 2012, and from then time the thing as the minister say, we went up to 99% now. The 1% are then difficult areas, then villages, then deep villages they will not able for go. Now then place and they no more now. And
but they prevent you not for able for go there.
Yes, some of them now the road challenges where they.
So the standards not for each day because
no, it reach day. It reach day. Now the standards they reach day, but the challenges they're enormous in them particular direction and not just about 1%. And
as they respond to that day, somebody they say radio did I tell the measurement man say even the 50 kilo bag rest he don't lost before they even get them na shop. With the new system, how I gonna say the bag full where I go buy in a shop? Na Aziz na Lonsar they ask.
Okay, thank you very much, Aziz. One of the things we governments don't take as as a very big issue now. Now this issue where people and the pulp and the rest, where then they go put at their shop. Now it don't become concern to government. Right now, as I talk to una so people and they right now at the market, we then go check all the issues then they on them right now. And what to make we want for curb this. And we enforce say let people and get scale at them shop them. That's one of the reasons. So when you go buy, you not go see them by UI and determine say this is 50 kilo, pass you weigh them. So scales and get for them and then shops and they sell rest. That one they get for be stopped. And the minister don't make them clearly for let everybody understand say they one way they do them and they catch you, then they either carry go court or we go lead to you imprisonment because of crime. Na criminal offense that one day.
In terms of monitoring, how una work different from the consumer protection agency where una na Standards Bureau self the monitor? How una work different?
Well, we work it get some like meet. We need the consumers them because them always stay at the market them. They know what they happen at the market. So then they relate whatever they find out at the market and bring their report and they to we. Because we're not going to know where somebody they go pull pares, past consumer go there and go find out say this and the thing and he can't report to we and we take the necessary action.
You mentioned about petrol and also other things them. How soon we go see, apart from the petrol, we see almost 1% left from them complete. We will see the implementation of them plans here fully.
Well, it will be very soon.
How soon?
Very, very soon. I go only say it will be very, very soon. As I've been saying, the Minister of Finance itself don't take interest in we work. And you don't know say it's very important for government, for government business. So that will be something we will be active.
You mentioned rest. Say one of the not say people reduce the rest within they sell to them clients them, but also the fuel way you talk about. You see some drivers they say I need buying at this fueling station because I not say then fuel can small and complain they come say I pump this liter but my gauge not come up then. Complain then can come. How will they deal with the issues then they when it comes on the fuel sector?
Well, when it comes to them, and if when somebody carry the report go to we, first of all, let us start. How we able for monitor the petrol stations. Then we'll go verify every petrol station because we do them once in a year. Then also we go and do surveillance inspection. When we do the verification, we put with seal. You when they go buy petrol, they see that seal they inside the pump because even the people you can tamper-proof seal. If you twist them small, so no more, it cut. So we will put them seal then day, and we go back for surveillance. We check them seal then day. But if you, as the consumer, you don't go to a petrol station, you buy petrol, you notice say this particular petrol they don't measure to the quantity we want. You can carry the report go to we, and most of the thing we don't find out say. Then the petrol pump attendants then they tamper with the thing like if they don't, then they sell them half container them. You don't go pump like 5 liter inside a container. You go, you want 20 liter. You not pay attention to the pump. It will continue for pump. Me say they don't do that to me. So if you not pay attention to the pump, what thing will happen is it will just continue. It give you 15 liter. It say na 20 liter it give you. You see, so that's some of the things that way they be. So waiting, I will advise everybody for do. When you go to the petrol station, calm down your motor car and make sure say they reset the machine because every of the machine they get possible waiting for let them reset them.
Also, we look at the significance where this pricing or this meter system will get to price control. As concerned the day, if they go sell this thing Freetown for 3,000 leones, when you go to other places, it will be 5,000. Other places will be 6,000. How the meter system go able in the area of price control?
Well, actually, we not the deal with price control. What we they deal with now for make you get you exact quantity. If you say this now 1 liter, let it be 1 liter. If you say now 1 meter, let it be 1 meter. The price issues them. You get other organizations like the Ministry of Trade are they responsible for price issues, and they get consultation with the business people them how they able for set prices. We are the measurement issues that we concern more about.
So since we roll out the measurement system na the petroleum sector, whose difference it bring?
Oh, great difference. Because it make somebody you find out say now you see them but when they sell kerosene. First time they can sell kerosene by pint. Now they sell them because you can go to a petrol station, you get 1 liter, you able for buy. So that the big impact on the research where the metric system creates.
So moving forward now, after this day, whose difference people them for expect from the meteorology department na the standards bureau in terms of improving on measurement and standards?
Well, soon after this day, when I go see a press release will go out for tell the business houses, especially like the way they say rest, for let them get skills and at the shop. And since just as we done this program, as we done this celebration, we go on to that kind movement for ensure say people them consider measurement as a great important thing in every sector of trade.
So in terms of compliance, when I will go for roll out the next one for the other sector, go for the trading, how waiting are the measures the man put in place for ensure people can comply? We on a start time, do not go get too much challenge.
Yeah, we go get rigorous monitoring. We go for the monitor them rigorously, and we know they will relent in doing that. Right. Monitoring will be with greatest focus.
So when you look at the facilities at the Standard Bureau, quick one as we conclude that the Standards Metrology Department, how it are like, because we don't see plenty concern from Standards Bureau about the facilities them for do the work.
actually we know the facilities then we lack them so much, and that make when we go explain to the Minister of Finance, it take great interest in that. There are a lot of issues that we need for be handled, like for set up the laboratories then at the meteorology department. Now issues then and I believe the government will give it a great support for make we achieve that.
All right, many thanks for joining at the program this morning, Frank Martin, Director of the Meteorology Department and Standards Bureau. Thank you, we can at the program this morning.
Thank you.
All right, well, I had this edition of the program Good Morning Salone go lefuna, and one for say plenty thank you to you send a message, and we will live na Facebook, and say plenty thank you to the management for Radio Shalom 89.5, where they cover the entire Koinadugu and Falaba district, as soon as the link Radio Democracy different program them, so that people in that part of the country safe go hear from waiting they happen as with the broadcast daily. We also want for say plenty thank you to the management again for Radio Malin 88.5. Now the entire Pujon district on the cover and close to Liberia border and safe the management again for Radio Colenten 90.0 na Cambia. On all thank you. On continue for do the good work we wanna do for ensure say people and get the information any side and day. So till we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get yourself a wonderful day. Goodbye.
And Musa is Kamara to say bye bye.